Apa khabar semua? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Khabar Baik show. Chris, what is the Khabar Baik show? Good question. This is where we want to celebrate Malaysia together. That's right, in the never forgotten words from 2006 hit movie High School Musical, we're all in this together. I'm Chris MJ, and let's hop right into this week's Khabar Baik. In this week's tech news, one word: Clubhouse. Yes, you probably have been seeing this all throughout social media, and it's a new type of social network based on voice where people around the world can come together to talk, listen, and learn from each other in real time. If you're not currently on it, it may be because number one, no one's invited you, or number two, you're using an Android smartphone. Because as of now, Clubhouse is running fully on iOS. So hey, if you have been thinking of making that switch, now may be the best time. In other news, Pavilion KL has a unique 3D animation show of a golden bull charging into the year of the ox. The first of its kind in Malaysia. The video aired on a giant LED screen at Pavilion, and it has already gone viral on social media platforms. Shoppers and pedestrians can catch the best view from Pavilion KL's Crystal Fountain from now until March. They have also recently entered the Malaysia Book of Records for the biggest golden bull with a 15 feet high and 16 feet wide statue. Now, this is super cool and all, but it can be a bit too real. Check this one out in China. Next up, Muhammad Farid Yusof decided to play a part in eradicating period poverty. Yusof went viral on Twitter when he shared an image of himself with 2 shopping carts loaded with sanitary products. He added that the pets will go to homeless women, single moms, and underprivileged women as part of a Lunar New Year initiative. The reality is that every woman and teenage girl menstruates, and they deserve the resources to manage something so natural in a dignified, healthy, and hygienic way. Now, not surprisingly, he did receive some negative remarks, but to me, Farid Yusof, without a doubt, is a Malaysian hero. Period. Speaking of Malaysian heroes, here's someone who has launched a movement called #canyouhelp, where anyone can donate all unused functional laptops so that he can get it refurbished and get them donated to families or schools in need to accommodate online classes for their kids. And tonight, we are honored to have him here with us all the way from Seremban. Please help me welcome Mr. Cheah Kok Hon. Hi Gohan, so good to see you, man. Long time no see. Gong hei fat joy. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you? How's the family?
Yeah, everything is doing good. We are doing very well. My kids are doing good. Been a while since I see you. But I do see you on TV lah and the YouTube thing lah.
yeah. It's been a long time, man. Seremban, I haven't been in Seremban for quite some time lah. But yeah, congratulations by the way, because I think Negeri Sembilan is already in RMCO, right?
Yes. Tomorrow onwards.
Alright. Okay, so Gohan, I just wanted to ask you about this whole initiative, right? #canyouhelp. What is it about? You know, what sparked this idea for you?
Actually, I never thought of doing all this kind of thing lah. So, but what happened is I was never been active in my son's school activities. Never active. So my wife did all the part. But what I always hear is that even before the pandemic, I always hear that the parents have trouble with the computers and they cannot log in or whatever. So when the MCO hits and then I always hear this problem lah. And this year onwards, in fact, when the government finally actually full-fledged on online, then I hear the problem even more. So I did tell my wife, okay, just tell in the group chat, the class group chat, whoever had problem, just text me. Then I will just go and help them because I know computer, so I know how to fix one. Cut the long story short, so I helped a few families, and what struck me is one of the family actually brought a CPU for me to fix. And that CPU is 20 years old. How do I know it's 20 years old? Because it is almost the same spec as my first computer. It was a Pentium 1.8. Mine was Pentium 1.5 gigahertz. It was 20 years old, and of course I tried to work it. It works, but it's not meeting up the spec. It's very laggy. Can't play YouTube, and it is like so. I text the dad you can just buy a second-hand computer, on Buddha or whatever, to about less than 200 ringgit, 160. In fact, I found the link, 160. You just buy the CPU. I get it up for you, and it will be fine, totally fine. So what he replied me was, let me think about it first, because tomorrow or the day after tomorrow he will get his salary. So that shows me that this family can't even afford 150 ringgit. 150 ringgit to us is, maybe some of us, 150 is just a dinner for two already. But to him, his 150 ringgit he has to consider. And when I went to the house and I get to know them, then I realized why he said is such is that because the father is a parcel driver. So his monthly income is depending on the commission and how many package he can send. So that's why he said, I'll think about it. So when he said that thing, never mind, I quickly bought that 160 ringgit for him. I gave it to him. I said, this is for free, and to help him to feel that he has a part of it, I just charged him 50 ringgit for the webcam I bought. So, but I see that the kids are very smart. They never had access to computer, but they know, oh, this is like email. They know how to go in. They know, oh, like this is go Wi-Fi. So they are smart. So I got back and I really think about it, and I decided that there's a lot of computers that's around that 10 years old, 12 years old, they're still perfectly fine for this thing. And I decided to start the initiative and start collecting them and giving them away.
So what's the progress like so far, Gohan? Like how many have you given out already to schools?
I've given out 7. Right now in my hand, okay, I can tell you I've received total about 50 computers, and some of it not working because they ask. I'm not sure whether it works. Can you receive? I just give it to me. I'll just test it. I have right now I have about 22 laptops ready to go, and 9 desktops. Okay, I've given out 7. There's still about 20 plus yet to arrive to me, so I would expect right now I will reach about 50 to 60 devices. At the moment, I'm targeting 100 device, and also I'm raising SIM card donation as in funds. So I already got 9,700, so that's about 97 SIM cards. So I got another 3, I reached my 100 SIM card. Also at the moment, I receive a bit of funds. It's about 4,000 plus. This is to buy the webcam because some desktop doesn't make a webcam. They don't have the Wi-Fi dongle. So I'm raising some funds so that I can buy all these peripherals.
Yeah, I also saw that you have your own Excel spreadsheet, everything to help everyone, keep track. So that's very good actually. It's very accountable. I mean, people don't feel scared or what.
Yeah, so I thought maybe I should keep it open and because nobody knows me, I also don't know, and it's depending on the trust of people. People give me money, you don't trust me, I can't help you. But I'm very surprised. A lot of Malaysians trust me. I got to say, I want to thank all Malaysians. In fact, I'm most surprised is that a lot of Malaysians who are overseas, who already settled overseas, they actually text me, I want to help. So even though they are overseas Malaysians, you still have Malaysia in your heart. So I want to say thank you.
Okay, Gohan, for everyone watching, how can we help? For example, if they say I want to donate or even contribute in any way, so what do I need to do?
They can just PM me at the moment, PM me directly on Facebook. I will just tell them what to do if they want to give a SIM card donation or want to give their hardware. That's how you can help. Of course, if you have money, that's be the best, because if you have more cash, I can actually buy, because there's a lot of independent sellers. Maybe they have 1 or 2 they want to sell. They might not want to give, but they want to sell. I will negotiate a fair price for it, and I will just buy it off.
What do you hope to see with this movement, right? Like now your target is 100. So I guess what are your hopes, for these 100 pieces of new computers for kids?
Oh, I hope someone who has better resources than me, who have a better capability than me. Because right now I'm just one man show. Someone you're an NGO, or you have a ability to run a team. Take this over. Take up this initiative for me. I'll be very glad. Also, secondly, I also want to speak to all the IT managers in the country. If you are a large MNC, multinational company, I know in your company you have a bunch of laptops and desktops are in the storage doing nothing, because you have a policy of renewing your hardware every 3 to 5 years. Okay, instead of selling it, have a policy how to give it away. Perfectly good hardware, give it to the children. especially at this time. This is very critical time because right now they cannot go back to school. If they can go back to school, then it's a different story altogether. But because they cannot go back to school, so every day we are sitting here doing nothing. Every day is wasted lah. So hence I want to start this initiative and I want it to be quick lah. And like it or not, online streaming, online classes is here to stay. Even after the pandemic, I think it will be here to stay. So this is definitely a necessity. So to all IT managers, if you're listening to this, hear my heartbeat. Okay,
I like that.
Get away.
That's right, you heard it first, guys. If you're watching this, if you have like old computers that still can be turned on and operational, hurry up and PM Gohan right now, okay? Gohan, thank you so much for your time. Really, I really am inspired because, I mean, this is coming from a father as well, right? So this is, I guess, in your heart as well. You don't want your kids to kind of like lose out in education, because of all this online learning and all that. And I think you feel for every other parent also. So I think that's very inspiring, Gohan. So keep it up. I'm hoping that from this, like you said, other people will also come and take over or even start the ball rolling lah. Alright, thank you so much, Gohan, for your time. Send my regards to your family as well.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Huge shout out to Gohan and his family for doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here tonight and want to be a part, just head on over to his Facebook page and drop him a DM. And really, we at the Khabar Baik show strongly believe that education should be accessible to anyone no matter where you come from, your ethnicity, or how much money you make. Plus, we get to support our fellow ministers by allowing them to save their time, worrying about all these small issues, and being able to focus on pursuing their modelling career. And that is all the time we have for this week's show. Friends, if you are sharing this video, do remember to hashtag Khabar Baik. And if you also have some, do let me know in the comments down below, DM me on Instagram, or even tweet me at ChrisMJ. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Chris MJ, and this is the Khabar Baik Show. Good night, everyone, and see you next time. Bull take two. Hey!
Yes.
The Khabar Baik Show strongly believe that education should be accessible to anyone. I said so, right?
Khabar Baik Show episode 8. It's a wrap.
Cut.
Woo!
Cut.